All right, so this is another lesson from the book of the Essence, and this lesson is about how you must keep your association like how God keep his association, right? You must make a friendship, your circle, you have to organize it like how the Heavenly Father organized his. And it's hyper important. Because God teach me all these things when you understand when I study the law and I see how God operates, and he was fantastic. May I tell you, God fantastic differently. No, the thing about it is, there's a common misconception. I think they get it from Jesus, they get it from just see what Jesus wanna do, and they think so because Jesus when they preach or they have dinner with tax collectors and sinners like prostitutes, him that are like a go ahead. They say, yeah, say if you're a man of God, or you must try to be friends with the world, try to be friends with them type of people, convert them. Well, let me tell you this. The Lord, the Lord when teach these type of people, right? You can preach them and teach them, but the man them never friends. At the end of the thing, at the end of when John, John, when he during the NI ministry, in literally upon in disciples and say, hey, I go call you guys my friends. Matter of fact, Jesus literally said this in Matthew chapter 12. Because me hear this misconception through around, and I don't want people leave with that idea, right? So when his family, when his father, when his mother and his brothers and come to him, Jesus literally and the people and say, hey, your mother and your brother there, he may show them what type of people Jesus considers to be family. Listen to what he said. It's a verse 49, Matthew chapter 12, verse 49. It says, and extending his hand toward his disciples, he said, look, my mother and my brothers. For whoever does the will of my Father who is in heaven, that one is my brother and sister and mother. So the Lord, He never want to keep friendship, keep close association with sinners. Only the people that do the will of His Father, which means that they are righteous and must keep the laws of the Heavenly Father. So only righteous people you must keep as your brethren, you must call bro. You know call bro to unrighteous people and to sinners. That's why I'm not use a song there. Cause everybody I call people bro. Brother, the Lord tell us say, yo, you know call sinners your bros, brother. You know do that. So yeah, so we'll go on further. So this example I want to show you, I want to draw you back to our scripture. We know why you know if you keep company with unrighteous people, right? So in our Proverbs chapter 13 and verse 20, it says, the one walking with the wise will become wise, but the one who has dealings with the stupid will fear badly, right? You see, let me explain something to you. You see, if you keep company with sinners, their problems can become your problem. Because you see, when you practice unrighteousness, you create problems. So if you keep company with them type of people, you go make some of them problem go come in your life. Them go dry into them drama, because them always come with a bag of drama. Them always have some drama in their life. That's a part of being unrighteous because they don't have peace. So they always full of drama. So we go to Second Chronicles, right? Verse 18 and 19. Chapter 18 and 19, go break down the story. There is once a righteous king called King Jehoshaphat. He was righteous. But King Jehoshaphat, when love bad company, we don't know what wrong is. This man does love bad company. Every king, when they like two kings specifically, King Ahaz and King Ahaziah. King Ahab and King Ahaziah, right? The man just love them like say, yeah man. And when he come out to sin, him righteous, him keep the laws of God now. But when he come out to sinners, he just say, yeah man, sinner, I'm a virgin, right? So what happened is that King Ahab, when he go to war against Ramoth Gilead, and King Ahab said to him, say, hey, come fight, come circle, I will go on a mission now. Just as how wicked people go call you and say, yo, Paul will go on a mission. Right? Yo, you see anything, nothing don't change. The Bible does timeless, nothing don't change. So they call him and King Ahab say, yo, we'll go on a mission. And King Jehoshaphat said, well, we'll consult a prophet. Now, the prophet of the true God tell him, come and say, hey, listen, you know fit. This is a prophet Micaiah. Tell him say in our Second Chronicles chapter 18 and verse 16, right? He say, verse 19, it says, Jehovah then said, who will fool King Ahab of Israel so that he will go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead? So the prophet of the true God say, hey, you see when I go to this battle, the King Ahab, him go fall. This is what the true God, the prophet of the true God, when they don't predict. But the King Ahab, he went determined to say, hey, me go fight. And King Jehoshaphat, who were righteous, before him look upon it and said, the prophet of the true God say, we have to go fight, Him follow bad company. And listen to what happened to you. So when you go up in a fight, listen to what happened. In a verse 19, this is Second Chronicles 18 and verse 19, verse 29, it says, the king of Israel now said to Jehoshaphat, I will disguise myself and go into the battle, but you should put on your royal attire. So the king of Israel, it's a king, something like King Ahab. You see how bad company wicked? The man saying go disguise himself, and not make nobody realize him as the king. But the king of Judah, you must make yourself everybody know say you are the king, right? You see how they may set you up? Let me show you what go on. You see, nothing will change on this one. If you just read the Bible, it tell you all about life, It says, this is how I go on. It says, so the king of Israel disguised himself and they entered the battle. Now the king of Syria had ordered his chariot commanders, do not fight with anyone small or great except the king of Israel. And as soon as the chariot commanders saw Jehoshaphat, they said to themselves, it is the king of Israel. So they turned to fight against him. Right? So you see, just like that, him go up in one battle, what was not his, him follow bad company and go on a mission, and I never feel mission, and the bad company tell him, say, hey, you still dress up as king, but me go disguise myself. And the commander, Syria, the king of Syria, give him chariot people and order, say, hey, don't fight against nobody small or great. Only go for the king head. And the king head alone we want. Right? So the only person when they see in a royal attire are Jehoshaphat. So them think say him when the king. So everybody turned and they fight against him. So listen to what went on happen. He says, so they turned to fight against him. And Jehoshaphat began to cry for help. And Jehovah helped him. And God at once diverted them from him. When the chariot commanders saw that it was not the king of Israel, they immediately turned back from following him. You see me say, man, I have to run, and I have to ball out to God, and God have to make the man them turn away. You see, if you true God on your side, you get knocked. You understand? Because wicked people go lead you astray. You see, that's why you have no company with unrighteous people. Because the wicked king Ahab only they look out for himself. He must say, all right, me go, because he don't hear what the prophet talk about, so the king go fall in a battle. So he get the idea, say, I'm disguise myself and I go as a king, right? Because so therefore I'm gonna fall. But he never give the same advice to him brethren. He said, no, you can't stay in a royal attire. Them look out for themselves. Wicked, unrighteous, selfish people. May I tell you, unrighteous people selfish. They only look out for themselves, right? But listen to what continue. In verse 19, this is what God we have to say to him, right? In chapter 19, verse 1 and 2, it says, then King Jehoshaphat of Judah returned safely to his own house in Jerusalem. Jehu, the son of Hanani, the visionary, went out to meet him and said to King Jehoshaphat, is it the wicked you should be helping? And is it those who hate Jehovah you should love? Because of this, the indignation of Jehovah is against you. So God done show him a precept. Guess what? Through the prophet. You love the bad company with people we don't like God, right? Sinners. You like sinners' company, right? And that is not, God not rate that. So the indignation, the anger of God is against you, right? But he went on to say in verse 3, nevertheless, there are good things that have been found in you, because you cleared out the sacred poles from the land, and you have prepared your heart to search for the true God. So you want to keep the laws of the Heavenly Father, right? We don't have no other false God. But Iman, so God merciful to him, but Iman love the wicked people, and that's why he almost getting dead. So may I try to chew on this, right? You see, when you follow bad company, them selfish, they go leave you astray, and they go try to destroy you. Right? And they only look out for themselves. They're really selfish and they only look out for themselves. And even in Proverbs, King Solomon already gave this advice in Proverbs chapter 1. Listen to what he says. Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 10. It says, my son, if sinners try to entice you, do not consent. Right? So when unrighteous people try to tell us if we go up on a mission, don't follow them. He said, if they say, come with us, let us set an ambush to shed blood. We will lie hidden, waiting for innocent victims without cause. We will swallow them alive as the grave does, whole like those going down to the pit. Let us seize all their precious treasure. We will fill our houses with spoil. You should join us. Now they might invite it. They might say, you should join us. And we will all share equally what we steal. He says, goes on, my son, do not follow them. Keep your feet off their path. Let me show you a pre. In today's world, Jamaica, this is very evident. One man might saw Chappie Line inviting Bridging Pan singer and say, all right, come on, we'll all go Chappie Line, right? So you get up on yourself, follow them, go bang in line, right? And you get some food. No, them say, we will all share equally what we steal. No, you understand? And everybody can know like a story or incident we're going. Money no share up, right? And guess what going? Man start pre one another and then go kill each other. That's how all of the scammer stories then play out. Now you have different community at war because I just scamming money because of that, right? Them things say they go share equally what they steal. That is not how it work, right? So King Solomon I tell you say when sinners try to enter, so when sinners say come on a mission, we go do a crime, we go do our works, don't go with them. Don't go with them, especially when they tell us that they go share equally what we steal. Don't follow them. Make them go about their business. He said, keep your feet off their path. So where them a go, you and them not fit to go. Right? If them a go down the road, you go up the road. If them a go at the shop here, you not go at the shop. You understand me? Keep your feet off their path. Anywhere where them walk, you not walk. You not go down the lane there. That's how you must live. May I tell you, this is the word of God. May I tell you, this is not normal. It's not normal. So you must have the close association with people who fear the true God and keep his laws and walk in his ways. May I tell you, when you start live like that, you start resonating upon a frequency, you need righteous people around you, just like how the Heavenly Father do it. The Heavenly Father, he just so perfect in our ways. I'm going to show you how God teach me how to organize, how him organize him circle, and how he teach me must organize him circle too. Right? So God in a tabernacle, that's why if you read the law, right? You have the tabernacle in the place called the holiest of holies or the most holy, where the ark of the covenant was. That are the closest access, that are the place you can access the living God, right? You can the appearance of God come over the ark, right? So that that place, only one person could have gone into that place. And he couldn't even go into that place every day, right? You only could have gone in once per year at the Day of Atonement. That was the high priest. Now the high priest is at level 1, right? He might the closest person we can go to the Most High. The high priest when the closest person we can contact God. Now the high priest when he live such a holy life, he must marry a virgin girl. He must marry a virgin. He couldn't touch one dead body, even if I'm father and mother and children. He couldn't make himself unclean by nothing. He must live the most holiest life and keep the laws of the Almighty, right? That was the standard of the high priest. He was the most holy person in the whole land. He must keep the laws above everybody else. So he was the most holy person through keeping God's law. And only one person in that circle. So only one person. So you see, God innermost circle, the holy of holies, only one person can go in there, right? I say you must keep you keep your closest circle, one person, right? The next thing you have the priest. So the priest, this never they were holy people. Them same way couldn't marry one any other type of woman but one virgin or one widow of another priest, etc. And them are same way, them have the holiness, but guess what? They couldn't enter into the most holy place. That was only reserved for the high priest. But they still have the high standard of holiness. So they were the second most holy person in the land, right? And holiness comes from keeping the laws of the Almighty. Now the interesting thing about it, God tell you how much high priest you may have and how much priest you may have in the beginning. Aaron was the first high priest. Aaron was one. Aaron had 4 sons. So there were 4 priests. Then at the second circle, 4. You see, God's circle small. God not deal with large crowds like how people like large crowds, right? These people could have go into the innermost part and interact with God. They can get interaction with God. Now, outside of this, you get kind of larger. You get a people called the Levites, right? The Levites, these were the people, this is like a bridge. They were this, according to numbers, they were the smallest tribe of Israel when God numbered them. They were the smallest tribe of Israel and they were completely dedicated to God. So then, out of all of the tribes, just people in general, the Levites were the most holy people because they were dedicated to minister to God. Out of just people in general. So these are people, the third degree, these are persons where they keep God's law. They might keep God's law, but not to the high degree of like the priest or the high priest, right? So this is a way you can get like one little group or a friend group, right? So you can have a friend group of Levites, right? Friend group. So you can have a double digit in this, like 10 or more, not too big, right? But Now, outside of this, you have the, what you call again, the clean people. Only clean people can come into the outer courtyard, right? Clean people. So the clean people, those were the rest of the people in Judah, right? Rest of the people in Israel at the time. So these are people that were ceremonially clean and they might keep God's law. They're righteous and they practice righteousness to a degree, but not to the most holy, not the highest degree of holiness, neither the second, like a priest. They might just clean people, they can just present the offerings and they keep the laws of God. So people who keep God's commandments and they more keep God's commandments, and how you know say a person clean? If them 60% more righteous than unrighteous, right? That's a clean person. That's a person when they have one loud sin. You know? Like that's how you categorize it. They don't have a loud sin. Like, you know, a person when they sleep with women when they're married to, right? And live with one woman when they're married. That's a one loud sin, right? That's one loud sin. Oh, you know, you break God's law, right? This one. But can I say the person must struggle with like lust in thoughts, watch porn, that kind of more quiet and personal, like a thoughts match I reprogram. So you know loud, but you know loud like the, you know, practice adultery. You know, me type of way you know loud like that. But then the last set of people who could not access God, they have to stay outside of the camp, called the unclean people, right? Those are where you put the sinners now. The unclean people, right? That are the furthest degree. So these people, they're unclean by nature, like the leopards. But guess what? They're outside the camp and them to stay. So you would also put sinners, they're unclean, right? Sinners. So this is how you curate your reality, right? If you curate your social circle, you only have one high priest. So your best friend, everybody love them best friend. Your best friend probably will be your high priest. And that are one person. You know, people have enough best friend. Everybody had them best friend. Everybody had them brethren. Everybody had them party, right? That's shaky. You have to live like that. Jesus literally said, only people who are do the will of your father and consider your father, your mother, and your brother and your sister. Well, your mother, your sister, and your brother, right? And not everybody. That's not everybody, right? You call everybody bro, right? Don't practice that. So you have one high priest, that's your best friend. He must be the holiest of holy, right? He must be the person where they keep the laws of the Almighty to the highest degree of walking in righteousness. That's your best friend. Then you have your priest, that only 4 people. Them the type of people, they might keep the laws of the Almighty, but they not hit the degree of the high priest, right? But them holier than everybody else, you know. Then you have the Levites, them same way, they might practice for all you know, they might keep the laws of the Heavenly Father, but sometimes they might fall short here and there. And it kind of larger, they say a friend group, you know, and everybody is so close with, but say all them are practice righteousness to a degree. The clean people, those are people where at least 60% righteous. May I put that 60% righteous, right? 60% righteous, right? So them don't have no loud sin. Them practice so they don't have no loud sin than they 60% righteous. That are the clean people. They're more righteous than unrighteous, clean people. But the people who you have nowhere near your circle, in the outside of the camp, right? Outside your social circle, are the sinners. Them the type of people, and your virgin and your party, them the type of people that you know go upon a mission with them, you know, link with them, you know, keep these people close to you. Yeah, in Job, he said, no unrighteousness must be found in your tent. That means you have to have no friendship with unrighteous people. You have to do that. That not proper. God, literally, King David said he hate those who hate God. Right? So how you have to be friend with sinners? If you hear that, how you be friend with sinners? Right? So you must understand this type of thinking. You can't be a friend of the world and a friend with God. If you're a friend with the world, you're an enemy of God. Right? Because if you practice righteousness, man, I tell you, you want people who of the world now go resonate. You're gonna make them feel uncomfortable. You're gonna just make them feel uncomfortable. So right there, so you and them can't be close friends unless you are compromised. Somebody gonna compromise, and I'm more than likely you. So don't keep a friendship like God. Have one high priest that are your best friend, have 4 priests that are your close companions, then you have your Levites that are your friend group, then you have the clean people that are like your associates, people them where you can text your call or something like that, but then they're not all that close. But the people where you don't have nowhere near you are sinners. You don't have sinners nowhere near you. So this is another lesson from the book of the Essence. Read the law of the Heavenly Father, study the book of Proverbs. I mean, I tell you, it's mind blowing how God put wisdom in it. So it just littered with wisdom. Like God has a sprinkle wisdom, like seasoning with salt. I mean, I tell you. So yeah, take care of yourself.